in many people's eyes, Michael Jackson's first solo tour, the Bad Tour, is his greatest tour. Is it? Is it the best concert? Well, we'll get to that at the end. First of all, the opening. Michael start off the show with my favorite opening of any show. Wanna Be Starting Something. Just Wanna Be Starting Something is the perfect intro to a concert, right? It just, the energy of it, like, that's why it's probably my favorite intro of any Michael Jackson album, because it gives you the energy that is needed to start off the project, right? And so he starts off with Wanna Be Starting Something. He's dancing, he's going crazy, like he's doing James Brown moves and everything, like with the stanky leg and everything. Great way to start off the concert. Then to go from Wanna Be Starting Something to This Place Hotel. And in my opinion, this is probably the greatest live version of This Place Hotel, because he makes it feel special, right? Like, we live in sin, and they stop the music. We live in sin 10 years ago. Like, it's just like, and he's dancing throughout. Like, Michael was dancing in this concert. He was dancing all throughout. He forgot he had the mic. He was just, Michael was giddy as all hell. He was getting it, boy. And I think a lot of it has to do with he believed this was going to be his last tour. So if he gonna go out, he gonna go out with a bang. So, but yeah, that's also intriguing that this was supposed to be his last tour ever. But yeah, so he goes from Wanna Be Starting Something to This Place Hotel. Then he goes from that to Another Part of Me. I'm like, oh my God. And then I love the live version of Another Part of Me, again, because of the band. The band was on point in this concert, on this tour. Like, they were in sync. They were one. Same thing for the background dancers, the backup singers. Like, everyone was on point in this concert. But just another part of me, I love just like that little thing, like you just, because I think Another Part of Me is one of the rare songs on the Bad album that we never got a music video for. Like, every other song we got a music video for, outside of like Just Good Friends. Technically, Liberian Girl got a video, but like, that's the only joint that didn't get its own video. Even on Moonwalker, it didn't get its own like kind of scene, right? So it's just cool to just see Michael just vibe, just and I love the ending. I love the ending. Like, he felt free. Like, one thing I noticed about Michael in the beginning of this concert, he felt free. Like, I think some of it has to do with, again, he's knowing it's gonna be his last tour, at least in his mind. And he's just like, you know what, I'll just do me. It's his first solo tour. So he doesn't have his brothers. So it's just really all him. It just felt like more free. It wasn't as much choreography. Like, it was more just him dancing, freestyling throughout, especially in the beginning of the concert. But yeah, he just felt free. His vibes rubbed off on the viewer. I can't even imagine what it was like to be there live. Like, it just felt free. Like, that's the only way I can put it. Now, he does I Just Can't Stop Loving You with Sheryl Crow. Shout out to Sheryl Crow. And it got a little Stevie. That's all I'm saying. It got a little, Michael, like, he was kind of mimicking doing something to Sheryl, but he didn't do, like, he wasn't even touching her. But it's like, Michael, like, really gets into that performance, like, when he's doing that song. Like, it just, okay, Michael, what are you doing? But no, I love their performance. They work very well together. I'm sorry, anybody that watches the watch along, like, during the one part of the song, when it's like, it's a breakdown, Brad, what we gonna do? I couldn't help myself. What we gonna do? Please go find that video. I think I probably react to that somewhere on my channel. him having the producer is supposed to do the breakdown in the song, and he didn't do it. But anyway.
It's a breakdown. Tell me. Doggone. Tell me. Brad, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, like it gets you a little tense. Like Michael knows how to make you feel certain feelings, because he knows him getting close up on Cheryl and, you know, mimicking certain things like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh my God. Like, he know what he's doing. And then the very end, I just can't stop. And it just stops everything. He's just looking. It's like, oh my God, bro, Michael the GOAT. Michael the greatest. Of course he does, She's Out of My Life. He start crying. Like, you know how Michael get down. You know how Michael do. Now, I don't know how to say this without it coming off away, but I gotta say it. He starts doing the Jackson 5 songs. And this is the first time I think he performs these songs without his brothers, right? I Want You Back, ABC, I Love You Save, and all that. I'll Be There. That's cool, but it didn't feel right. Like, it might just be me. It could just be a me thing. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But just seeing him perform those Jackson 5 songs without his brothers, it's just like, ugh. Like, it just didn't feel right to me. And it might be a thing to where he still wanted to, again, because he thought this was his last tour, he wanted to pay homage to his legacy and to his brothers, even though they weren't there. I understand that. I get that. And plus, at this point, being 20 years in, damn near, there are probably a lot of Jackson fans that wanted to hear the old songs as well, you know, just to reminisce, or just, you know, that's what they grew up on. So I get it. But for me personally, we've already had the Destiny Tour, the Triumph Tour, multiple Victory Tour, all these different tours that played the Jackson 5 songs. They played it nonstop throughout all his career. Me personally, I would have been happier him just doing other songs that he never performed live or had to perform live. Like, if I had my choice, I would have loved to see him perform I Can't Help It. I don't think he ever performed that live from Off the Wall. Somewhere in the Dark, the E.T. joint he did. Like We Are Here to Change the World. That would have been dope as hell to see. And then PYT, which again is shocking to me. I don't think he ever performed that. He didn't even perform that on the Victory Tour. It's just shocking to me. Like, PYT, out of all songs, I am shocked he never performed that. So there were just a few songs I wish he could have performed that I would have took over the Jackson 5 songs. Again, I know it's probably just a me thing. I get it. But I don't know. I just kind of felt weird watching him perform those songs without his brothers. Now, the funniest part about Michael, I tease him every time I see it now, is when he does I'll Be There, and he goes from I'll Be There and do the I'm thinking, what a rock. Now, when he does that, you're thinking, oh, he's gonna do Workin Day and Night. He's gonna do Get On the Floor, like a very high energy song. Even Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. He does Rock With You, which is a very mid-tempo type of song. I'm like, why does he do that? Why does he, I don't understand what his ideology on that is. That's just a Michael thing, I guess. It's just so funny to me that he goes from I'll Be There to Rock With You, but he sets it up to where you think he's going to do a different song. Not just me. But yeah, he was great with Rock With You. Oh, Rock With You into Human Nature. And then the ending of Rock With You, when he did it, I'm like, Michael! And he's done that on previous tours. I think on a Triumph tour and the Victory Tour. He's done the belt. But this is my favorite one. The Bad Tour, when he does the ending of Rock With You, and he does that elongated note, like, that's his best. That's his peak when he's doing that. And Human Nature. Oh my God. He was feeling that song. You could tell he was feeling that song. One of my favorite songs. He just dancing. He's trying to sing the lyrics, but he just danced throughout the... And again, because it's not super duper choreography for these songs, he gets to sing freely. And again, to me, I'm just thinking of the Triumph Tour and Victory Tour and all these different tours he's done with his brothers, where everything had to be one band, one sound. I have to do what my brothers are doing, right? So now he gets just to roam free and just do what he wants to do. Again, that's just me as a spectator. And speaking of human nature, the end. The end of human nature, when they get the spotlight on him, and then he just break dancing, doing the box, and then just like, it gets me emotional every time. I can't explain why. It just, every time I see that, it gets me emotional, right? It's just like a spirit. Like, I just feel like spiritually something happens there. I can't explain it. I'm just connecting to it, and he's connected to it, like, spiritually. I can't explain it. And shout out to whoever the producer was that suggested doing the overhead spotlight, because he did it in Victory Tour, right? But he didn't have the over-the-head spotlight. So he just had like the lasers and stuff. But the spotlight pushed the finishing touches of that song. Like a perfect way to punctuate that song, Human Nature, with that little mini showmanship and dancing at the end. It's just like, oh my God, it gets me emotional every time. Like, just but then he goes from that into the silhouette to the doo-doo, doo-doo, but it has the hotel, and it just to see that, and just the innovation of that, just something simple as a silhouette. Like, who else was doing that? And just the doo-doo, doo-doo. Like, it builds. Like, if you watch him talk about Smooth Criminal and how, like, you have to make bigger moments matter by holding things in. And then you come out, like, watch him talk about Smooth Criminal. Watch the behind the scenes of that and how he explains the movement and how everything matters.
I want the music to represent the way we feel. You know, it's gotta dictate our emotion. Right. You know, our moods. We're expressing the way everybody feels. This rebellion. You know what I mean? We're letting out what we always wanted to say to the world.
Exactly.
Passion, anger, and fire.
And it makes everything matter, and it feels important. And then he explodes to the Smooth Criminal. It's like, oh my God. Now, my only criticism, I'm not gonna lie, I only have a few criticisms of this entire concert. My only criticism is, if you're gonna do the hotel, it would have made way more sense. And I think even the transition of the doo-doo, I think it would have made way more sense for that to be the transition into This Place Hotel. Imagine if he did that into This Place Hotel. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, that, to me, that's my only criticism of one of the few criticisms of Michael in his performance, is I think that fits way more going into This Place Hotel than the Smooth Criminal. That's just me. But I still love Smooth Criminal. And what's crazy is watching him do this performance, he doesn't do the Smooth Criminal lean. Why? Because the music video and Moonwalker didn't happen yet. So the Smooth Criminal lean only happened because he did the Smooth Criminal video / Moonwalker short film, Smooth Criminal short film, and the Moonwalker movie, to where however he created that moment, he then included it into his live performances. So before that, it's like, oh, we don't get we don't get the Smooth Criminal lean. I just found out to be very, very fascinating. But yeah, and also it's something small that it might just be, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but him with the hat, with the Smooth Criminal hat, it made me think of when I saw him, like, I feel like all like your best performances has a hat. Like Billie Jean has a hat, Dangerous has a hat, and then Smooth Criminal hat. Like something about the hat. I don't know what it is, but it just emphasizes certain things I can't explain. But that was just me, being nerdy or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he did Smooth Criminal. Then he had like this little booth thing, his Superman booth. He has like this big covering over it. He goes in there, comes out, right? It's almost like a magic trick, right? And we know how much Michael loves magic. So it's almost like a little magic trick. He comes out, and all he did was like put a shirt on, but it's just like he feels like a completely different person. And then he comes out there, it's all pitch dark, and then the music hit, boom, the spotlight on Mike happens, and Mike just chilling like this, I swear, you gotta see this performance of Dirty Diana, just the intro, when the spotlight goes on him and he's just chilling off the mic stand, and then he like raises from the bottom and all off his tip of his toes, and then gets into the performance. I'm like, bro, Michael is different. But again, this one in songs, like you could just tell he felt. And then shout out to the guitarist. Shout out to Jennifer Batten, her being an integral part of this performance with the guitar. And Michael, when he has a heavy guitar influence in the song, he like starts doing choreography with the guitarist, and then they're running around throughout the stage, just all around the stage, like getting their cardio up. But like it just like you just feel it, bro. Like this concert, like you just feel his energy. You can feel his spirit in all of these songs. Again, all live vocals, by the way. We'll get to that at the end. But then he goes, after he gets done doing Dirty Diana, right? He goes back into the Superman booth, right? It comes out with the Thriller mask on, but looking like a werewolf. And then he goes into Thriller. Oh my God. Then he has a jacket when he does the routine, the light up jacket, which is almost a LED jacket, which is a prelude to what he would have did on the This Is It tour, which is like, I wish you would have just been able to do one concert of the This Is It tour, bro. Like, it's just the Thriller jacket, and he got the LED lights going, and just doing the do-do, 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 do-do. It's just like, then they do a little interlude, go into the jam session. So after the little jam sessions, which was really dope, by the way, comes back out, and comes out in the all-white fit. Look like he ready for Easter. Or like all-white fit, the white tee with the white dress shirt, with the button up with the white slacks and everything. And does Workin Day and Night, which again, the band was on point with this goddamn song. Everybody, the band, backup singers, guitarists, everybody was on point with this goddamn song. It felt like it was church low-key. Like, if you watch that performance, it feels damn near like church. Like, especially near the end, when he starts stopping, like, doom, 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 doom. You're doing wrong, doing wrong, you're doing wrong, 9 to 5, doing wrong. Like, oh my God. Like, it just, like, Michael took us to church on this performance of Workin Day and Night, bro. Like, it was crazy, son. Then after that, he does a crazy transition to where at the end, he walks toward like the middle part of the stage where it has like this big covering or whatever that you can't see him. Then he goes from that and he's still singing, oh, hey, oh, hey. Then he goes from that and then he starts Beat It with him on the Crane high-rise joint, right? And it's like, ho, 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 ow! Like just, it was just like, oh my God. Like this is the craziest thing ever, bro. It's just do 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 do. Once they do During Diana, that's when, okay, as I mentioned previously, it felt like he was just freestyling, just feeling it, just doing what he, just doing whatever. This is where it felt like he was like, okay, the first half, I'm just, go off vibes. I'm gonna dance throughout most of the songs. Here's where like, I'm gonna give you the magic. Now I'm gonna give you the performance, right? Yeah, so he does Beat It. Shout out to the guitarist again. I think Jennifer Batten with the crazy hair that like lit up. Well, I don't know how they did it, but they had she had the dope fire hair. Playing Beat It. Then it go from Beat It to Billie Jean. And so they do Billie Jean. And this is the first time, well, not the first time, because he did it on the Victory Tour. But again, the spotlight, I don't know what, I think Billie Jean was the catalyst for the spotlight. I could be wrong. Go check out the video I did of the Bad Tour behind the scenes. Where they did like a full MTV like documentary of it. But yeah, like it just, again, that spotlight just adds a whole new dimension to the Billie Jean performance.
We decided that we really needed something special for Billie Jean, and we sat down and came up with the idea of using a high-powered light source on a track that a controller could track with Michael as he's dancing and follow him around.
Especially at the end, after he does the song and start breakdancing, it just adds a whole new level. Because on Victory Tour, he did it, right? And I love what he did on Victory Tour. But just that spotlight, just, again, adds another level and layer of creativity and amazement and, like, magic, right? Like, that's just one spotlight. It just adds a certain level of magic to it, where you basically... everything else is shut out and you can only see him in the spotlight and he's the only thing you see, and it's perfection. Then after that he does Bad, which again he just freestyling, he's just feeling it, he's dancing all over the stage, right? And this is where this is like the encore. He's calling out his band members and the singers and all that. And I just love to see him interacting with them, pointing them out, high-fiving people, the pianist, I think the music director, he's doing a little dance with them, with the drummer and the guitarist, and they're doing little things. It's just cool to see him having his different little things with each section of the band, whatever. That's just really dope to see. That glide that he does at the end of Bad, though. Like, y'all should know what I'm talking about. Near the end, when he just glides damn near across the whole entire stage. Like, oh my God. This dude's the greatest. Also, he brought the kids on stage as well, which, poor babies. Most of them, it looked like they didn't know what to do. They were like, okay, what do I do? I don't know. And then you had this one kid that just going all out. Like, I'm getting my time to shine. Like, what you talking about? Like this one kid went on stage. He's like, I'm getting my 5 minutes. What you talking about? And he do all the moves and everything. And he, like, I was like, oh shit. Like, that boy was going off. Shout out to him. But yeah, again, this is Michael, man. Karen, like, just randomly just putting kids on the stage, like, just to show, just kid, because what they represent is the innocence, it's the love, unconditional love, and the care. But anyway, I'm not here to get into all that, get sappy on y'all. But just like, oh my God, why did they take you from us, my God? But anyway, But then he did Man in the Mirror, which I think was the real encore of the show. Even though it does bring you all the way down in terms of the tempo and everything, unlike a Bad or whatever, or even a Shake Me Down, what he would usually do throughout the Jackson tours. Yeah, just Man in the Mirror is just the perfect ending, in my opinion, to where it brings everyone together. It's a spiritual experience. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, if you watch Michael at the end, when he says change, and he just, even before that, when he's jumping around and he's spinning around 50 million times, and then he drops to the floor, like, you could just tell, like, he's having some type of encounter. Again, this is just my speculation, but as someone who is very spiritual, like, I can just tell, like, like, he's just having an encounter, like, and then at the end with a change, and you see him almost like he's floating, and he's just looking up. I'm like, yeah, that boy having an experience right there. I'm gonna just leave it at that. For those that don't believe, I ain't here to push my beliefs on you, but, you know, if you know, you know, all right? But, yeah, Man in the Mirror, yeah. That also, like, it's hard not to get emotional watching that, too. But yeah, that was the Bad tour. There might be a few songs I miss here and there, but just a beautiful concert. Mostly all live vocals. Maybe there's a song here and there that he didn't sing live, but I highly doubt it. But he was singing all live vocals, okay? Dancing throughout. Like, throughout. Even when it was a slow song, he was breakdancing throughout the entire time. Again, the backup dancers, the backup singers, the band was on point. And I think he raised, again, because he was with the Jacksons, I don't know what their setup was, but I feel like he raised up the band another level. Like, he was in tune with the band and then sing with the band on a whole nother level. And it just really felt like he thought he was going out. Like, he really thought this was going to be the last one. He felt happy. Maybe because, I don't know, it just felt like he felt happy, like more happy than usual. Like, he felt happy. He was smiling. Like, I don't know if I really got that throughout most of the Victory Tour or even any of the other tours that he did, even with his brothers. Like, he was just smiling, laughing. I don't know, man. It could just be me reading too much into things, but favorite performances is difficult, but my top 3 performances of the Bad Tour, Wembley, This Place Hotel, just the way it's performed, the band, how they make it feel unique and different. It has to be This Place Hotel. Has to be Dirty Diana. Again, just the vibe of, again, just the start of it when he hits the spotlight and he's just hanging there. And he's on the tippy toes. And it's just like, he's already having an experience. Like, he's getting out all his emotion. I don't know. It's just different. Again, him running all over the stage. I love that performance. Now, the third one is very difficult because I have a few different ones. It was between Thriller and Workin Day and Night, but I went with Workin Day and Night again because Workin Day and Night, like I said, it feels like he's taking it to church. Like, it felt like he would do doom 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 doom. You doing wrong? Working 9 to 5. Like, it just, I don't know. It probably is Workin Day and Night. So top 3 performances: This Place Hotel, Dirty Diana, Workin Day and Night, with a very, 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 very big honorable mention being Human Nature as well. But those are my favorite performances. Let me know what yours were of the Bad Tour and Wembley Tour. Bad Wembley Tour. Again, this is the first solo concert. He thought this was going to be the last one, so he clearly gave it his all. Not that Michael doesn't give it his all, but this is his peak in terms of vocally, choreography-wise, in my opinion. After this, he focused more on choreography. The vocals aren't all the way there. Now, also, we also remember that he's dealing with vitiligo. He's dealing with lupus. He's dealing with all these ailments that we don't even know about that makes it difficult to even do what he's doing then. Even back in Victory Tour, he was, I don't know how, it's just the grace of God and perseverance and prayer or whatever. Like, he was able to do what he's doing because he's pushing his body through stuff that it shouldn't even be pushed through. So by the time he gets to Dangerous, it's just like he can only physically perform and his vocals can't really do what it needs to do. I think at its peak, even though personally I love the Victory Tour, like I really, really love the Victory Tour, you can make a great case that this is his best concert, his best tour, the Bad Tour. But we got a few more to go. I still haven't watched the Dangerous Tour all the way through, nor the History Tour. So we got that we have that to look forward to. But again, check out my watch along on Patreon. I watch the whole entire tour. I don't stop the tape, nothing like that. We just watch it live as a family. So hopefully you enjoy that. But yeah, Michael, man, special human being, man. That's the only thing I can say. Special human being. But again, like, comment, subscribe, share all the things are the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get to stepping. Peace.
I know.